Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're well. I hope your day is fantastic, and thank you once again for tuning in. This is the UCL Matchday 4 review, and it turned out quite nicely for us. The first day was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. After subs, we were on 18 from 3, literally due to the Arsenal boys. And yeah, it wasn't looking great. It was looking pretty grim if we look at it. This is what we scored here, as you can see, and if you tuned in last video, which did really, really well, 250 plus views on that. We played our wild card. We were looking to attack fixtures, and somewhat that came to fruition. It wasn't all, I guess, doom and gloom. But as you can see, we would have scored a lot more than 82 points if Inter had have kept a clean sheet against Kairat, but they didn't. Much to, everyone's surprised. There was a lot of people that I saw on X that were jumping on an Inter player for the captaincy shout, and most were on Dumfries. That was me. They conceded in, I think, the 52nd or something like that, and from then on, I thought this was going to be a disaster of a game week. But then the Barcelona boys and the absolute superstar Victor Osimhen, he came to the party and really propelled us back to where we wanted to be. So on the first day, obviously, we had triple Juventus. Sporting wiped out that clean sheet, and we were looking a little bit rough. Mbappe didn't do much against Liverpool, and it was looking very, very bad. So after subs, we were literally on 18 after 3. So not the best, not the worst. Turns out Marino was the Arsenal mid to go for, followed by Saka and then Trossard. I, of course, captained Trossard. We didn't go with Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea, and I want to talk about Chelsea in a little bit, but they are just so unreliable in this competition. I really thought they'd keep a clean sheet away to Karabag, but they clearly didn't do that, ended in a draw 2-2, and that has really steered me away from their assets going forward. This, perfectly reasonable wild card. If we had have had literally anyone besides Dumfries for the captaincy, we would have really, really done well. Where we are right now, we are 17th in the Tottenham League, 10th in Australia, and 2.2k in the world leaderboards, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think we are set up really well to, attack what's left and then play our last chip in Matchday 8. If we look at our team, obviously that's how we scored. Haaland, a goal, that's inevitable. Osimhen, hat-trick, man of the match. I know a few people captained him. That would have been a fantastic haul for them. The Barcelona boys were absolutely great. I know Rashford didn't do anything, and I was considering dropping Osimhen for Rashford, but it came back down to, the predicted minutes going forward, with Olmo and Lewandowski coming back into the frame and the setup for the Barcelona attack. I wanted secure minutes, and Osimhen's on pens. They have fantastic fixtures. I definitely was not expecting a hat-trick, and the rest is history. It was a fantastic haul by him. Gordon with that hip issue, I think he'll be fine. I'm not relatively worried there, but it will be one of Gordon or Trossard we transfer out. Trossard has the harder fixture, but I think both fully fit, Trossard's minutes are going to be a little bit more dicey than Gordon's. Gordon has no competition. Trossard has Martinelli coming back in, and also they have a few midfielders which will come into the central part of that lineup to come back. So I'm going to expect Trossard's minutes to be a little bit more at risk than Anthony Gordon's. Timber, I think he's going to play, as simple as that, as I said last time, unless he gets injured or they feel like they'll heavily rotate, which I think they might do in the Premier League, not soon, but eventually. Then, I mean, we just have to go with that. But I think their next game against Bayern at home, they'll play their strongest 11. It is after the North London derby, but I'm fairly certain he'll be absolutely fine. Extremely physical and extremely fit specimen is Urian Timber, and he'll want to play every minute that he potentially can. Dumfries, I'm jumping off. Simple as that. We're sticking to the plan. The plan's really worked well for us so far. We wanted just one inter-asset, and that was Dumfries for this match day, and then we were completely getting out of there. Dan Burn, beautiful headed goal. No idea how he didn't get man of the match. He was absolutely robbed, in my opinion, and I don't understand. Like, I genuinely have no clue how he didn't get it. But play on. Gabriel clean sheet, Pope clean sheet, and a save point. And if we go down, you can see our subs. Gregorio didn't keep it clean. Yildiz didn't return. Kalulu didn't keep it clean but got 1 point for ball recovery. So we gambled the 4 and it was an Mbappe blank. As you can see on the side, we had Mbappe, Yildiz, Kalulu and Di Gregorio were subbed out for Fermin Lopez. Gordon, who, scored 1, went off injured. As I said, I think he'll be fine. Dan Burn, fantastic. Clean sheet, subbed early, banked it. No idea how he didn't get man of the match, and Pope kept it clean. Newcastle seemed to be fantastic at home and absolutely terrible away, so that might be a little bit of an issue for us going forward, but I think that they will be okay. And the captaincy changes, as you can see, it was Trossard to Dumfries, so a net loss of 8 points there if we had have just kept it on Trossard. If we move on to Matchday 5, just a quick little look. I haven't looked into this at all that much, but we haven't set the team up in, I guess, the preferred date or anything like that. But I can guarantee you it will be Dumfries. He will be coming out. And there's a certain 3.8 defender. I can't remember his name. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's Bongiorno. But 3.8 of Napoli. They should get a clean sheet. They really should in this. But in saying that, at 3.8, plays on the first day as well. So you can, if we look here against Karabag, the 26th. So yeah, the first day there. And it looks like he has now officially taken over that centre-back positioning over Juan Jesus. And at 3.8 with those fixtures, I'm more than happy to downgrade Dumfries there. That leaves us 2.5 million in the bank, and this is what we're going to be doing. It's either going to be, as I said, one of Trossard, or it's going to be Gordon out. I think it has to be Gordon if we want this to work. The player that I'm going to be looking at is Jude Bellingham of Real Madrid. They've got some okay fixtures coming up, but he's dropped in price, so this actually allows us to do so. They have Olympiacos away, City at home, which I'm not worried about, and then Monaco at home. So I can see a lot of goals in those fixtures. Thing that I like about Jude, he came back and he's been playing 90 minutes consistently. The front, it seems to be a nailed front three of Arda Güler, Mbappe and Vinny Jr. And then the last spot is a rotation between Chouameni, Camavinga gets forward as well, and Mastuanu was injured, or he didn't feature, I don't believe, in the last game against Liverpool. So the front 3 out of 4 is fairly set in stone. I guess with doing this, if it's Gordon and we bring in Jude, if this is our team, obviously going forward, that then allows us the week after to ditch Trossard and bring Elise back with point 0.1 to spare. So I guess it's not really a one match day play. We're trying to, I guess, look ahead, because the plan was always to get off buying assets, skip the PSG game, skip the Arsenal game, and then launch back into Sporting and Union. And then obviously we'll have them for PSV at home when we hit that limitless. So this is what, obviously that won't be happening, but it will be one of Trossard or Gordon. To be fair, I'd like to keep Gordon, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if he's actually injured or what's happening there. I mean, Marseille away isn't the best fixture, but if he plays, he's on pens. And in saying that, he plays the first day as well. So I think I'd like to keep Gordon over Trossard and get off Trossard, just purely from, I guess, a substitution point of view, a minutes point of view, and then we just, I guess, roll with that basically. So I think Buongiorno in, I've definitely butchered that name, but Dumfries to him frees up a lot of cash, which is fantastic. And then one of Gordon or Trossard to Bellingham. That's the plan at the moment. Obviously, these things never come to fruition because there's quite a few games in between. But if we're looking here, our team is set up, I mean, fairly well. If we change this to date, which I don't know why that's not the default of it, obviously, sub Gabriel, this is just a quick look at, I guess, what we can do going forward. But if this is how we're going to be lining up, that's lovely. Perfect. And if we go something like that, then obviously, I don't know why the default isn't date. That is very annoying. But that's how we're going to line up. And I think the best captaincy option is the man that's literally on fire in Victor Osimhen. He plays the first game of the first day of match day 5 against Union SG, and they should feast there. Absolutely feast. I think it's, if you own Osimhen, I cannot see a better captaincy shout on this day. I really can't. Chelsea and Barcelona, that should be a goal fest really, because neither side can defend. Ajax and Benfica have no assets there. Napoli will have Buongiorno in. Hopefully it's a clean sheet. Marseille and Newcastle could be a little bit of a goal fest. Juventus versus Bodo, that could be high scoring, hopefully from the Juventus side. Slavia Prague versus Athletic Club, no disrespect there, but I have no interest in that. Dortmund and Villarreal, I'm sure it'll be a good game. Again, no interest. I think the only captaincy option here, if you don't have Osimhen and you can't get Osimhen, you just go with Haaland. As simple as that. And then on the Thursday, if you really need an option, if Salah's going to start like that, you could easily go Mbappe as well. I think that's the way I would be leaning. Although PSG boys, I know Dembele was injured and so was Hakimi. but playing against Tottenham at home, I think they'll be fairly fine. Inter and Atleti, yeah, it's just, I don't like that fixture at all. I think Atletico will score, hence why we're getting rid of Dumfries. But I think the best captaincy options, just with a quick look at this and not going into statistics or anything, it's literally Osimhen into Mbappe, and that's I guess that leads me to why I'm going to be bringing in Jude Bellingham. If for any reason Bellingham does not play or he's not predicted to start, even though I think he will because he's played multiple games since coming back with 3 days break and tends to play the full 90, then we just get Arda Güler. One of them will 100% be starting, and it's as simple as that. But yeah, as you can see, this is our review. We'll definitely be doing a preview of Matchday 5. We scored 82 points. Our subs, as you can see, Juventus really let us down, and the poor captaincy decision on my behalf turned, I guess, what could have been a really, really fantastic game week into a good game week. Again, if we look at leagues, come down here, we are 17th in the Tottenham League. We are 10th in Australia, and we are 2.2k overall. Guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, my goodness, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but make sure you do it. Literally subscribe. You get notifications for all the content that comes out. We do multiple videos a week, and that's Supercoach EPL. That's BBL Supercoach Chat. That's starting to ramp up now. We've got FPL content on the channel as well, and additionally Game Day Squad content for EPL, and we will definitely be doing some BBL stuff there. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what your plans are going forward. Let me know what your plans are. If you might be taking a different route than I am, you might be going a bit rogue, but let me know. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, let me know where you're ranked as well, and have a great day. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out the website at supercoachswordplay.com.